I really had to sit down and ask myself, what kind of person do I want to be? Truly, am I gonna be a crazy plant lady? And the answer was yes. Hey y'all, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandy and I'm a health coach and a graphic designer. And around here we build strong bodies, resilient minds, and grounded faith. So you don't just set goals, you actually become the person who achieves them. If you are very serious about a goal in your life, it's important to make your surroundings conducive to that goal. And so we really understand that concept when it comes to like our physical goals and being close to a gym or knowing what kind of at-home workout you're going to do. Meal prep and planning, I feel like we understand the importance of your surroundings being conducive to your goals. But when it comes to like that spiritual, mental, emotional health, it's important for your environment, for your home, to be conducive for emotional regulation, to be conducive for rest and relaxation and things of that nature. Sort of like the metaphysical goals that you have. Your physical home has to be calming and helpful to you to help you get to those goals. Now, I've actually had a lot of people ask me about my plant collection and different plants in my collection. And so I'm actually really excited to make this video, as you can see, because I really just do love plants and I've always loved plants. I just never thought that I would be the kind of person who could actually keep them alive. I would say in 2017, I started out with like a fiddle leaf fig and a dracaena, and then I think there was a ZZ plant that was thrown in there at some point. So I started off with, just 3 kind of pretty basic plants and didn't really do much to them, just kind of watered them when I thought of it. But that was when I really started experimenting with like bringing more plants into my house and really trying to make my surroundings something that was conducive to my goals, because back then I was still struggling off and on with like overperforming, overworking, and I really wanted my space to be something that I really love. And so that's what this video is about, how I've made my home and continue to make my home a space that I really actually love, and a place that actually feels safe and good and beautiful for me to walk into. And so part of that is my plant collection. And now this plant collection I've been curating for, I would say, has it been like 9 years or something like that? There were a couple plants that like I had here and there that were okay, but then they didn't really make it. Let's hope they don't die. And so since then, I've really been more intentional about just having certain kind of plants instead of just having any kind of plant that was cheap. It is important for me for the plants to be cheap. They also have to be affordable and plants that I actually love. And so I want to talk a little bit about my Hoya today, because Hoya, these are a kind of plant that I actually never thought I could grow. They just always felt intimidating to me. There was no reason at all for me to feel that way about Hoya, especially when I had 0 experience with them. And so these little plants are such cuties. I'm obsessed with them now. They're probably one of my favorite types of plants other than alocasia, which we're not going to talk about alocasia today. Okay, I love alocasia, but I'm just not ready to go there. They're very finicky and very squirrely and whatnot. And so we're not going to do alocasia today. But today we are going to do the Hoya. And so I want to talk about this little corner of my house right now. Okay, I want to show you. Scoot, scoot, scoot. This air plant is not usually here. Kaboom. Okay, so this little corner of my house is probably my favorite little corner right now. And maybe one day I'll do like a full walkthrough once I kind of have things reorganized in the way that I want. The newest Hoya that I got, this is my Hoya polynera. And she's such a cutie. Editing Brandy on the treadmill currently. I'm gonna need y'all to do a burpee every single time I say cutie in this video, and then tell me how sweaty you are by the end. I love her in this little mushroom pot that I got from Walmart. I think it was like $7 or $8. So I've actually been looking for this plant for like 3 years, and I found it at a plant shop in Chicago, and the people there are just so amazing. And they actually put this little baby on hold for me, Plant Shop Chicago, and I had asked them if they had any Hoya polyneura, and they didn't at the time. And then I gave them my contact information for when they did get any polyneura in. I didn't hear from them, and I just happened to reach out to them on Instagram when I saw that they were featuring their new plants of the week, and they were like, no, we don't. And then literally like a minute later they said, oh, we literally just had one come in like right this second. And she sent me a picture of this gorgeous little baby, and I was like, I'm coming for it. I'm coming for it. Hold that baby for me. I'm coming for it. And so here she is. I don't have like a name for her yet. I just call her my little baby Hoya polyneura right now, but I'm sure once she starts sprouting a few more leaves, a name will pop into my head, and then I'll start calling her that. So right now, this is like my favorite little plant right now. I know another planty lady who I watch, Wild Fern, she has a Hoya polyneura, and it is like, it's like insane. And so I'm hoping that this little baby grows up to be nice and full and beautiful, which I'm sure she will. Another favorite Hoya of mine that I got is actually my Hoya, I think it's called a Hoya crinkle. This is my Hoya crinkle right here. I don't know if this is focusing. Oh, it is focusing. And she's such a cutie too. I just can't believe how cutie this one is. I actually got this one from a different nursery. I forget the name. I think it's like Countryside or something. But the people are also super nice. They actually do free repots, I believe. I don't know if they do it for everyone or if you have to be like a member or something like that. But I did not get this potted there. I actually repotted it myself. Now I do need to get a different cover pot for this one because this obviously is like not fitting in here, but I'll figure that out later. Right now I'm just trying to grow this one out because I just think it's such a cutie with the little crinkle little leaves, and I just love this plant whenever I look at it, and it just brings me a lot of joy. And so that is my little Hoya crinkle. And when this one grows, like when it cascades, it just keeps doing this, like this little crinkle, it just comes down like that. And so I just can't wait. It just reminds me of my hair a little bit, how it just keeps going. So I love it. This other little cutie that I have, this is called a teacup anemone. A teacup anemone Hoya. Now this one has actually been growing a lot. Like all of this up here is new growth. I haven't had this one for too long. Yeah, there's just a bunch. There's like a bunch of new growth. Like this is all new over here. And that under there, these little leaves there, that's all new too. So such a cutie. I got this one at Home Depot, believe it or not. Usually the proven winners tag, these little proven winners tag, it's all Home Depot, which is nice because if you like this one, then you should be able to find it if you have a Home Depot. So, and it's funny because I never used to like going to Home Depot, but now that they have like an ample, supple plant collection, I always love going to Home Depot because they always have really good plants. Another cutie little Hoya that I got from Home Depot is my Hoya Matilde Splash. Now this one is growing insane also. When I first got it, it was maybe like just this big, like what's in the cup, and maybe like a little bit of this branch. And since I've gotten it, and I've had this for, it has to be less than 6 months. And since I've had this Hoya, it's literally doubled in size. And I just love it because of the little splashy leaves. You can see how it just has a little bit of like freckled variegation on it. And the baby leaves, do you see how cutie these little baby leaves are? They're just such cuties. Oh my gosh. And there's another cutie right here. I know you see that right on my finger. Such cutie leaves, and I just love it so much. And I put it in this little teacup because I just feel like I just feel like it needs to be in the teacup. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any other way to explain that. I just feel like that's where it needs to be. So she's a cutie, she's thriving, and I love it. Who is this again? This is my... Wait, who are you? Oh, this is my Hoya carnosa. Oh, it's growing another leaf. Cutie! Okay. All right, so this is my big Hoya carnosa splash. Also another one I got from Home Depot. The little freckled Hoya I just showed you before was also from Home Depot. I don't know if I mentioned that. This one's also from Home Depot. It's one of my favorites. And again, it does have that super cutie, like freckled variegation on it. This one was actually really small when I first got it. Again, this is one I think I've had it less than a year, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I've just had it only for just a year coming up here shortly. But this was another one where it was literally just this big, like whatever's in this white part of the pot. And it literally grew like a whole nother 2 plants on the side. So this one literally like tripled in size almost, it feels like, and it's just continuing to grow. So if you look here, there's a little cutie baby leaf right there. And I get so like gushy about the new leaves just because, I don't know. Part of the love of plant care for me is just watching stuff grow and thrive. And if you're somebody similar to me where like you like seeing your hard work pay off, you like persevering, you like seeing things work out, there's just something about growing plants and like seeing things thrive, seeing things look beautiful, seeing how it changes your space, how it changes your mood. And when you put thought into things like the cover pot and you put thought into things like the soil and just checking and caring for something, there's just something that I find is so beautiful and rewarding with something like that. And if you're not into plants, that's fine. You probably have other things, other hobbies, other ways that you express that. I also feel that way about a lot of the creative work that I do as a designer, just watching something beautiful come together that hit me with inspiration, and now I'm seeing it come alive on screen or on canvas, or something that I've thought out from like beginning to end and brainstorming and ideating, just seeing it come to life, seeing it thrive, seeing other people understand it and use it and benefit from it. There's just such a blessing in that I can't describe. And so talking about these plants, even talking about them right now on camera, there's just something that's so rewarding that I feel it helps me overall, like with my full body wellness, my self-care, relaxation, recovery. These little plants, they play a big role in that. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of the different things that God has brought into my life to really help me grow and to really bring enjoyment to my life. It really is such a blessing. So something like a cutie little leaf, it is such a blessing just to see and to know that I had a little something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So you go, girl. You go, girl. And I'm sure one day I will kind of walk through all the rest of the plants that are over here, but I just wanted to talk about the Hoya because I feel like they're doing especially well right now, especially this new little cutie that I just got. It's just made my whole month knowing that I finally got this plant and she's doing well. Shout out to you, sis. And also, since a lot of people have asked, I just wanted to give a quick overview of what this little corner is looking like right now. I've got some snake plants over here. I have I think that's a moonlight sansevieria. And that's my Florida ghost. I've got a fishbone cactus. What I call my purple monster, because this thing has been growing like crazy. I've got alocasia frydek, my beautiful monstera. I've got a couple other cutie babies over here. My calathea, some air plants. That's Pookie's Sonic right there. Try to incorporate a little bit of Sonic in there because Pookie really likes Sonic. So that's Tails. And then I moved a couple plants around. So I do have my sable blue pothos right there. I've got a regular pothos and a booby cactus. and Marble Queen Pothos that I have on a moss pole right now. I took a cutting. This giant monstrosity right here is African milk bush. We actually just repotted it. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, so yesterday we just repotted that thing. It is crazy. We've had it for a while. We've had it maybe for at least 5, maybe 6 years now. We've had that. So I have no idea how to take care of it, but maybe that's good. Maybe that's why it's been growing so tall. It's obviously well over 6 feet tall now. So I've also got some little propagations back there you can see on the windowsill. I'll probably walk through those later once they grow up a little bit more. I've got another propagation in a baggie back there. I'm telling you, the Ziploc bag propagation method, if you've never tried it and you're a plant person and you're trying to save your plants, that's definitely the way to go. And then on this bottom shelf here, I've just got a couple more propagations under here. Well, I have one tiny cutting left of a Tradescantia right there in that white pot. And I just refuse to buy the big beautiful ones at the store because whenever I buy just kind of a regular size one, I always seem to kill it. So I have not figured out Tradescantia yet. But I do have some other plants in the other corner that I want to show you. Okay, so now we're in the other corner of the house right next to the swing chair. And this is a newer corner where I had Pookie put up some plant shelves for me. Thanks, Pookie. Love you so much. Oh, actually, there's one on the floor here. Wait, what's it called again? Freckled Hoya carnosa splash. So that really long one that I showed you that was over there, this is actually the same plant. I got 2 because they were on sale. They were half off. So I got 2. This one is in different soil. It's just in like a regular soil mix. The other one is like in a fancier mix. And so I'm just running like a little test. So this one is obviously growing a lot slower than the other one. So I probably will, when I repot this one, because this is just like a temporary setup for this one right now. So when I repot this one and I get more fancy mix, I probably will repot it. It is growing a new cutie little teeny tiny leaf in there. So I'm excited about that. This is a new setup that I have over here with another new grow light up there. So that's probably why this one is doing so well. It is a little bit dry too. I should probably water it, which I can do after this video. I need to kind of hurry up. My Hoya ring stand. Yes, my Hoya ring stand. Again, this is another one that I got from the Home Depot, y'all. So this one was actually on the ledge, like by the stairs. And it just wasn't growing. It would like grow a little tiny baby leaf and then the baby leaf would like fall off for whatever reason. So there was nothing wrong with it. There were no pests or anything on it. I think it just wasn't getting enough light up there on that ledge because I just had like a tiny little clip-on light on it and I don't think that was enough. So as soon as I moved it up here on this shelf under this grow light, look at the little cutie. I don't know if you can see him. Oh wait, he's down here. Look at the little cutie leaf that just came in. So cute. That one just came in, I would say, within the last week or 2. It started off so tiny and then it started getting bigger and bigger under that light. So I'm hoping that these will just continue to grow and sprout little leaves. I don't know how close you can see these little, they almost look like, this is in the way. They almost look like little buds on the ends of these stems. But I'm hoping that just these new cutie leaves are going to come out. There's another one. There's another one right there that's about to come out down there. I'm just hoping that under this new grow light now, this one is real. I'm so excited about this one to get bigger and just start trailing a little bit more just to look so much more cutie than it already is. So I'm excited about this one. And now this one, I think this one was actually the first Hoya that I bought like ever. So this is my Hoya Sea Stones, and I think I got this from, did I get this from the grocery store? No, I think I also got this from, what am I trying to say? Home Depot. Such a cutie. And since I say they're all cuties, don't I? But since I put it under this grow light, it's been like sun stressing. So it's actually turning pink. How cute is that? And you can see some of the other leaves that are green they have a little bit of that pink sun stress on there. I absolutely love that. It feels like the plant is like blushing or something. I don't know. I know that sounds so lame of me. Since I am a crazy plant person, it's okay for me to say that. The cutest thing, I think, is that if you look real close, I'm going to try to show you. If you look real close, you can see the babies. There's little babies right there, baby leaves. And right there too. Oh wait, I have to turn it completely the other way, don't I? So there's a little cutie baby right there. And she's like a pinky purple color. And there's a cutie babies right there. There's multiple cutie babies right there. So I'm just excited. Well, I think there's about to be another cutie baby right there. Now this plant used to be on that other shelf that I just showed you. And what's crazy is one time I had it arranged like totally differently over there on that other shelf, and one time I was watering, or I was like refilling the humidifier or something, and I pulled my arm back and this one totally like fell and crashed, and I thought, now this was several months ago, it didn't have this much foliage on it, but I thought I totally like killed this plant and broke it. Surprisingly, other than the soil getting everywhere, the plant was fine, and since I totally crashed it in the way that I did, totally like knocked it out, it's just been growing. So I'm not saying do that to your plants, but it just worked out in my favor, thank God. But yeah, this little plant has just been going. And when I first got it, I maybe got this about a year ago. No, I maybe got it, well, probably got it over a year ago, because this was my first Hoya. And then after this one didn't die, then I went and I bought a couple of the other ones that I showed you before. So I got my courage up. With this one. Such a cutie. And this one is pretty popular. I mean, I feel like this is such a beautiful plant, and if you want to try it, I would recommend getting really any of the Hoya that I've shown you. The Hoya ring sand is just, it's been harder for me to grow, so I feel like that Hoya needs higher light, but I mean, none of them are dead, so any of the ones that I've shown you, if you want to try them out, go to Home Depot, especially if they're on sale. And if you like these, then try them out, see if you like them. They're pretty low maintenance. This one I have forgotten to water several times, and it still does really well. Probably water them once every other week right now. Now that they're growing a lot more, I'm checking them every week and then kind of topping them up if they're dry. So I usually don't water my Hoya unless they are like 90% dry, and I use a little moisture meter to see how wet they are. Sometimes I will just use my finger and kind of touch the soil and dig around in there and see how moist the soil is. But I try to use the moisture meter because I don't want to over water, especially when it comes to my alocasia. If I ever make a video on the alocasia, if my alocasia look okay, maybe even if they don't look okay, I'm sure I'll do a video on the alocasia just to kind of show you the difference between caring for the Hoya versus the alocasia. But I love alocasia, so I will probably always have them in my collection. But anyway, I think I covered all the Hoya. So that's all the Hoya that I have right now. I feel like I missed one. So I think I have 8 Hoya right now. I thought I had more than that. I thought I had like 12. That's what it feels like. I feel like I have way more Hoya than I actually have. I'll show you this little corner so that you can see everything that's over here. Got the babies over here on the swing chair right now. And so this is kind of a temporary setup. As I continue to curate this corner, I'll probably also eventually update that artwork. I don't know yet. I'm still working on this corner. But with these shelves, I really love these shelves in combination with the euphorbia that we've got going on down here. So Angelica is the big, beautiful euphorbia white ghost that we just got a few weeks ago. We actually got it from the same plant shop that we got my baby Hoya polynera from, Plant Shop Chicago. And this euphorbia here, we actually got at the same time that we got that huge African 6-foot tall milk bush. That one was about, I want to say it was about half the size or a third of the size when we first got it. And that was 5 or 6 years ago that we got that plant. Yeah, they've definitely grown. Definitely thriving. We have no idea really we had no idea how to take care of them. And we just kind of did what we thought was best for them, and they seem to be doing well. The 2 Hoya that I just showed you up there, and then I've also got a little, I think that's a burro's tail cactus. Is it a cactus? Burro's tail? Something like that. And it's very fragile. Like those little bubble looking things, they come off very easily. So I try not to mess with that one too much. I've got a Mandula pothos right here. That was also a wish list plant of mine that I got from a different plant shop in Chicago. And in here, the place that gave me my crinkle Hoya, they just had little pieces of a cactus that were just kind of on their shelves. And I asked them what kind of cactus it was, and they said they didn't know. But they said I could have these little pieces that fell off of a few of their cacti. So I said, I know that that's like a no-no in the plant community to like grab little clippings and things that fall on the ground. I said, so as long as you guys are cool with that, I'll take them. So they were cool with it. And then I've got my philodendron Brazil, which is on a trellis. Oh, my camera's about to die. Love that plant. It's also growing a lot. I'm sure I'll talk more about it later. But that's this other little corner here next to the swing chair, which the babies are currently in. So there's a little insight into my plant collection, highlighting my Hoya. I know I talk a lot about faith and fitness and food and things like that on this channel. And so I definitely want to get into the practical ways that I care for myself and my full body wellness. And part of that is honestly my hobbies, a lot of the creative things that I do like this, but also my plants as well. And so talking about them, as you can see, brings me a lot of joy. Spending time with Pookie, finding these plants and making him drive me all across town to get the plants that I've really been looking for.
How do I go in there and get a plant?
Pookie got a new plant today.
This thing's gonna be a monster.
I know. It reminds me of just the little things that I'm happy about accomplishing, whether it's growing a new leaf or getting a new subscriber on the channel, which reminds me, if you're enjoying this content and you're not subscribed already, I know you're out there. Go ahead and subscribe and be sure to sign up for my VIP newsletter if you're interested in more of my weekly coaching that I send out to my VIPs. That's at revealthealing.com/VIP. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you liked all my little cutie plants. And if you have plants, because I'm learning that a lot of people out here love the plants. And so that's also why I wanted to do this video as well, because a lot of y'all are plant collectors. And it wasn't until I started posting my plants on Instagram that I saw that y'all were plant collectors. So tell me what your favorite plants are, whether they're favorite plants that I had or favorite plants that you have. Tell me what you got. Maybe we could swap some cuttings. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this for real, because I have a lot more plants around here that I haven't shown you, and a lot more things that I'm doing to really curate my space and to really make it a place where I can relax and chill and do the things that I love in an environment that I love. This is just an ongoing process for me. I'm not rushing it or anything like that, but the process has been fun, and the process will be ongoing as I continue to change my tastes and find new things that I love. So if you like plants, if you love plants, if you're crazy about plants, whatever it is, go ahead and let me know. You're in good company. Tell me what plants you love or what plants I have that you love. God has made some beautiful things on this earth. I have just little pieces of them here, so I'm grateful for that. I will see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell me about your plants. Bye! I heard that, singing to your plants really helps. I don't know if she likes opera though. Maybe she likes drumming. Who knows? Who knows? We're gonna figure it out though. We're gonna figure it out. Cut, 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 cut.